Welcome to Health Coach for Women. Intentional living for more happiness and fulfillment in your everyday life with your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker. Join Marsha as she shares her own personal wellness journey, as well as stories from our guests that will enlighten and inspire you to move towards better health and happiness. Now, here's your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Health Coach for Women. Today, I'd like to talk to you about basically just sharing some tips with you on how you can stay healthy during this cold and flu season, and of course, during this epidemic for the coronavirus. So, depending on where you live, you know that in the winter months, the flu season and cold season are when they're at its peak. So some of the things that we can do to stay healthy during this time, of course, number one thing is washing your hands. I can't stress that enough. Washing your hands, washing your hands, washing your hands. One of the first things that I do when I come home, besides taking my shoes off at the door and removing my uniform, when I come in, I go to the kitchen and I wash my hands. So that's one of the first things that I do. So washing your hands is important. So I can't stress that enough. Washing your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, washing your hands. And some other things that we can do is staying hydrated, drinking plenty of fluids, having some oranges, some citrus fruits. Citrus fruits is really good. You can probably try adding some lemon in your water, right? You want to definitely stay hydrated when it comes to that, and having some citrus fruits. You also want to wipe down your surface areas. Wipe down those heavy traffic areas. Every now and then wipe down the doorknob. Wipe your doorknob down. Would you have the little Lysol wipes? So if you have the Lysol spray, microbrand, whatever it is that you use, spray down your counters, your doorknobs, your light switches. Just clean those surface areas every now and again. Another thing you can do is again. I am an advocate for supplements. I know some people don't care for supplements, or they feel like, oh, you can get it from food. Yes, you can. But for me, I like oranges, but it's not like I consume oranges all the time. Actually, I actually spoke with my nutritionist today, right? And so, even I have a nutritionist, right? So I spoke with my nutritionist today, and she mentioned that, especially during this coronavirus time too, it's important to have some of those citrus fruits, right? So the little halos, if you don't like oranges, the little halos, tangerines, mandarins, those little citrus fruits, you can have some of those. And she said that I should try to have that at least daily, right? So I went and I bought some of the little halos, mellows, whatever they're called. I purchased some of those today, and I said I'll try to start having that daily. And so that's why for me, I do take the my vitamin C and zinc. I've been taking it for years because that was one of the things for me, like having fruits that have those little, the pulp and things that get caught in your teeth, like mangoes, anything where the fruit gets caught in your teeth. I'm just not a fan of that. And so I'm not a fan of that, but I can eat oranges, right? And I do eat oranges. I just don't eat them as often. So that's why for me, I take my vitamin C, and my zinc, those two things I take together all the time. These are things I've been taking for years, which I find for myself has actually helped boost my immune system. So sometimes if I may come down with a cold, which I don't get very often, it doesn't last very long. If it does, it comes and as quick as it comes, it goes. So yes, supplements. You definitely want to pay attention to your ingredients, right? Anything you get, you want to pay attention to your ingredients. Now, there's also foods that you want to really things that you want to avoid also during this time of the coronavirus, right? So you want to, if you can avoid, of course, all the time you should be doing your best to avoid those refined sugars, white sugars. You can use some natural agave, some honey, natural honey, things like that. Your natural sweeteners. Avoid those refined sugars. Gluten, you want to, if you can avoid the gluten, you want to see if you can avoid foods that contain that gluten. And because those things also cause inflammation. Definitely dairy products, right? The dairy products, your milk, your cheese. You can try vegan cheese, because those things creates mucus, right? So the milk, for me, I don't drink milk. I drink my almond milk. You can drink hemp milk. If you're not into almond milk, you can drink hemp milk. There's other things that you can have coconut milk. There's various different things that you can use. Okay. Now, for protein, you can have the hemp protein. Hemp protein, you can add that to your almond milk or your hemp milk. You can have the hemp powder and fiber, and you can add that to your shakes, right? Your daily shakes, because the protein is important. There's so many different things now. As far as now, one of the other things I want to stress to you is you definitely during this time, you definitely want to get plenty of rest, right? You want to make sure you're getting enough rest. You want to make sure you're getting, especially for those other healthcare professionals and we're working these long hours, it's so important to get some rest, right? And you're doing those 12-hour shifts. It can take a toll on the body, right? It definitely can take a toll on the body. So when you have time when you're on your day off, get some rest, make sure you get enough sleep, you know, um, instead of staying up late because it's your day off and you figure you want to go to bed late, just go to bed a little early, no, maybe an hour or two earlier than you normally would, right? So just little things like that. You can definitely boost your immune system again with the vitamin C, your citrus fruits, your fruits and vegetables, your dark green vegetables, um, blueberries. Now, I love blueberries. Your dark blueberries is great, great for you. Can add that to your shake, right? You can add that to your shake. You can put it in your oatmeal, right? That's another good thing that you can have is oatmeal, right? It's great for you, lowers your cholesterol, and you add some blueberries in there, and a little cinnamon, and and your butter, or whatever it is, whatever your thing is that you like to add in there, right? And so some of the things that I mentioned, let's go over some of the things I mentioned. Washing your hands, right? Washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, right? You want to wash your hands when you come in. Uh, Wiping down those surface areas, right? Keeping those surface areas, wipe them down every now and then. Doorknobs, surface counter, your countertops, your refrigerator door handle, your faucets, and other high touch areas, right? Keep your hands out of your face, right? Don't rub your eyes, don't touch your face, you know, making sure that you're just keeping a really sanitized area. It doesn't mean that you won't come down with the flu or the cold or anything like that. It's just some things that help lower your risk or for getting sick. Okay. So these are just some of the things that you can do. Um, Getting enough sleep, that is so important, getting enough rest. Because when we operate more under a stress, what that does is weakens our immune system, right? When we operating from this high stress level, we raise our cortisol levels and we are weakening our immune system. So it's important that we want to keep our immune system up. So we need to have those. We need to have those foods. We need to boost our immunity with those vitamin C, zinc, D3, elderberry. If you like elderberry, um, taking your dark fruits such as blueberries. I love blueberries. That's one of them. Staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water, having tea, hot tea. So instead of the coffee, let's get rid of the coffee and drink some tea. Green tea, black tea, whatever your choice is. Let's try to drink more tea that actually helps soothe a sore throat. And tea with lemon is good if you have a sore throat, right? Some tea with lemon and a little honey. And you want to go with some natural honey, natural organic honey. I always talk about Manuka honey. It is a little pricey, but if you can find just some organic natural honey, it's fine, right? There are also, again, I talked about staying hydrated, right? And getting enough rest. That's definitely important. And consuming those dark green leafy vegetables and having our fiber and protein. And protein is very important, so if you eat meat, you want to have you want to get your omega-3s, you want to have your fish, right? Your omega-3s, some fish oil, your omega-3s. There are plant-based for omega-3s as well that you can have. You can pretty much Google it and see. Now I've tried the plant-based one and I can't really give a good review on that because I just tried it for the time that I used it. I didn't use it consistently for at least 90 days or so. I just used it I think that was a 30-day container, a bottle that I had. So I can't really say, and it's been a while ago. So I do use fish oil, the omega-3 fish oil. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are great and high in omega-3s. So you definitely want to have that. And when you're cooking, you want to use some grapeseed oil, right? Grapeseed oil. Olive oil is not good for cooking. But if you want to add that to your salad, it's great. Some soups, some natural soups. You can make some homemade soup, some chicken noodle soup, right? And if you're going to get you want to get some gluten-free pasta. And there's so many other different things. They have linguine pasta, cauliflower pasta. There's so many different things that you can use, right? And I'm trying to think here. So I talked about getting enough rest. I talked about those citrus fruits, right? And if you are one that's an advocate of getting, the vaccines for the flu shot or anything like that, yeah, and you feel comfortable with getting the flu shot, yeah, by all means, to each his own, go ahead and get the flu shot, and whatever you feel that's going to be best for you. You know your body, right? So you know your body and you know when you're feeling off, when you're not feeling right, little thing, when you're feeling anything that's off in your body, right? And so we need to pay attention to those signs, right? We do need to pay attention to those signs of when we're not feeling right, and I know as far as like, with getting the coronavirus or something like that, everybody does not experience having that tightness in the chest or shortness of breath or even getting a fever, right? There's some people just walking around just as healthy as ever and don't feel anything and are coming up positive for this virus. So when you're feeling slightly off, no matter what it is, if it's something slightly off, if you normally don't get headaches and now all of a sudden you got a slight headache, pay attention to those things, right? Pay attention to that. Pay attention if you're feeling a little tired and try to figure out, well, why are you feeling tired? Is it because I've been working a lot or I haven't been getting enough rest? We just need to take time and notice these things, right? Take time to notice the things that's maybe off in your body, right? Take time to notice those things, right? And always keep being hydrated. Keep taking those fluids in, getting your protein, getting all your daily nutrients in that's needed, right, to sustain you. Because we need the nourishment. We need those things to sustain us and to keep us healthy. So if we know we're not getting enough protein, we need to add more protein, right? And if we're not getting, enough fruits and vegetables, we need to add more vegetables. We need to add more fruits, right? And so just like my nutritionist told me today, I need to try to have some, even though I take vitamin C, right? Even though I take my vitamin C, and I have orange juice in the refrigerator, I have that, getting those citrus fruits in. So for me, one of my things that I'm doing, I'm going to daily taking in my citrus, my what is it that I purchased? The little halos or mandarins or whatever, taking those daily, right? And so, hey, if I can take that along with my vitamin C, taking my vitamin C and my little orange juice, hey, I should be doing great, right? So, but we definitely want to pay attention. Let's pay attention to the signs in our bodies when something is not right. I know that they're talking about this other strain that's supposed to be stronger and deadlier. I definitely don't want people to be living in fear. What I do need you to understand and what I do want from you is to, you know, just do things to protect yourself, right? Just do things to protect yourself. You have to wear your mask. Wear your mask. It's for your protection, And I know before I was saying, oh, I'm not a fan of the mask thing, because it really affects your breathing. I know because I have to wear it all the time in the facilities where I work, right? And so I have to wear it, and it does, mess with your breathing, but it's for your own protection, right? Especially if you're a healthcare worker, right? It's for your own protection, whether you're in the hospital or the nursing homes or whatever, right? And switching out your mask. That's, what, for healthcare workers, those who work in a nursing home and hospital, switching out those masks is so important. Not using the same mask over and over. And I know that, things are tight and they want you to wear the same mask. Listen, if you've been wearing the mask for more than 2-3 days, it's time to switch it out. Okay. And that's just a little sidebar for, healthcare workers that works in the hospitals and the nursing homes and things like that. We need to switch those masks out. We don't need to still be using those old masks, and that's why they end up smelling because of the buildup of the bacteria. And we need to switch those masks out, get a new mask. We could switch out your mask every day. That's even better, right? So we need to do that. Again, the most important thing that you can do is the most important thing you can do. Anyone can do, whether you're a healthcare worker or not, is washing your hands, right? First thing you do when you come in, you wash your hands. You should always keep some hand sanitizer in your car. If you're pumping gas, that's something I always did. After I pump gas, I wash my hands. I clean my hands with my hand sanitizer. I keep hand sanitizer, in my car. So just little things like that, small little changes, small little things that we can do, to protect ourselves during this time, of cold and flu season and this whole coronavirus thing. Hopefully this thing will be over, and people can, get back to enjoying themselves again and enjoying life. I want you to still find a reason to smile, right? Still find a reason to smile. And if you woke up this morning, if you woke up today, you're alive, you're healthy, be grateful. I can't stress that enough, talking about being grateful and being able to still wake up and see the daylight. It's a beautiful thing, right? And some of us have not been so lucky, right? Some of us in the nursing homes and the hospitals, and and not so lucky, right? That's succumbed to this coronavirus. And people have actually died from the flu too. I mean, they don't talk about it, but people actually die from the flu. So it's all like it's all depends on your immune system. If you have underlying health conditions, it's even more of a reason to want to be healthy. It's even more of a reason why you should cut out certain foods, right? And just do your best to do better. Yeah, it may be a little hard, to make those little modifications, but those little slight modifications is what's going to help you um, to the road of getting healthier. It's going to help you on the road of getting healthier, and and to do better and to be better, right? So if you've been told, hey, your doctor told you, hey, you need to cut out smoking, you need to reduce your smoking, cut out smoking, you need to uh, do away with the alcohol, for your health's sake, then listen. We have free will, and so it all depends on you. No one can force you to do anything that you don't want to do. No one can force you to want to get healthy and to do better and to live better. You have to want that. You have to desire that for yourself. All I can do is give you a suggestion, right? And all the doctor can do is advise you on what you need to eliminate and what you need to do to improve your health. The rest is up to you, right? The rest is up to that individual of what they want to do, and how they're going to move forward to living healthier, having more joy and freedom and happiness, right? And that comes when you can be healthy, when you can be healthy and have energy and feel good and feel alive. My goodness, there's nothing better than that, right? All the money in the world couldn't replace that, at least for me anyway, couldn't replace that, to just be able to get up and stand up, and to be able to breathe and take a deep breath, right? And to be able to say thank you, right, to the creator, whatever you believe, to be able to just be so grateful, right, for the things that you already have, right? And so these are just a little bit I'm trying to think if I missed anything out. I think I may have missed something, but again, sometimes I have notes and sometimes I don't. But I thought that this was important to talk about. That because we are in this time of the cold and flu season, and they've been talking about this new strain, and that it's already here. Again, I don't want you living in fear. I just want you to have the information and be aware of the things that you can do to prevent getting sick, right? Or try to at least lessen your chances of getting sick. And the number one thing, again, I'll say it again, is washing your hands, washing your hands, washing your hands, keeping your hands out of your face, not rubbing your eyes. You come in, first thing you do, you wash your hands, right? You come in, you wash your hands at least 20 seconds, and wiping down those surfaces, staying hydrated, getting enough rest, taking your supplements, having your fruits and vegetables, right? Taking in all the nutrients that the body needs in order to run effectively, right? It's taking in all the important nutrients that the body needs to run at its optimal level. And getting rest is also a part of that, right? Getting some rest, also, again, doing some movement, some little exercise here and there never hurts anyone, right? Little exercise, little bit of yoga or Pilates, Tai Chi, whatever it is that you enjoy, or simply walking, right? Or simply just taking a walk, right? Or getting on the treadmill at home, or going up and down the stairs in your house. Just little things like that. It does make a difference, right? It does make a difference. And so I hope you've gotten something out of this episode today. And I am looking forward to speaking with you all soon, reading your comments, and just hearing, any feedback. I would love to hear from you all. And that is all I have for you today. I thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye for now. Remember, live with intention. You have a purpose. Whether you see that now or not, know that you are designed for a purpose and greatness is within you. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for listening to Health Coach for Women with your host, Marsha Roopchand-Walker. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to rate, subscribe, and review on your preferred podcast listening platform. We really appreciate that effort. Until next time.